All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market Prep. I hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I am great.
I am happy to hear that, my friend.
And
All right, guys. Go ahead.
no, I was just going to ask how you are on this fine Friday.
I am good, man. I am good on this fine Friday. Looking forward to the weekend, and yeah, I'm doing very well. Guys, let's take a quick look at what we had on our list yesterday. Starting with Neo here, we had Neo. Let's look at the 5 minute in here, and we'll zoom into yesterday's action, which is right around here. And this is very similar to what a lot of action looked like yesterday, right? You had a lot of chop in the morning. Some stocks were able to break out later in the day. Neil was one of them, guys. Just a rough time here, up and down, above the VWAP, below the VWAP. Eventually, you do get the breakout that we were looking for here. And these high, we were talking about this in the mentorship of Simon and I yesterday at 11 as we're covering for Andrew as he's traveling here. These breakouts, man, out of the high of the pre-market are really, really nice. They can turn out to be really good. And it might take a bit, right? Because you had the high of the day here, again, a new high of the day, but still kind of respecting that pre-market high, and then eventually a third time is a charm, and there you do get the breakout. So if you waited patiently on Neo, maybe you could have been able to take an advantage of this opportunity, but the morning open was pretty bad. Be big, I didn't really look at Be big. I mean, there was other stuff that was trading a lot better, so I didn't really look at it. It looked like a great open range breakdown. I just don't recall if we had shorts on this one though. I don't remember if we had short to IB. So I think a lot of us were looking for a long play here, not a short one. But it turned out to be a very nice short there. It wasn't short selling restriction, Keith. I believe we didn't have shorts neither, if I remember. I think somebody had mentioned it. And we're talking about how on this one we were looking for long anyway, right? We didn't want to really go short. And the short opportunity did come, but we were not able to join the action. Here's Baba, guys. It's just incredible what Baba did yesterday. And I wish I would have traded this one. Unfortunately, I touched Apple instead. But this one, just a beautiful breakout. Look at the continuation. Again, another one breaking out of the pre-market highs, right? This level here, how significant that is. Tries at the first candle, cannot the second time around. It does break out nicely and never looks back. I mean, Bob was just very, very strong. Gave you an opportunity for a quick reversal towards the V, but I didn't quite get to it. More of a triple, double top there. But again, just an amazing run on Baba. Traded very well. Probably one of the best stocks we had on our watch list yesterday. Here is NVIDIA. NVIDIA, very, very choppy, guys, at the open. You did get a night one breakout here, one nice breakout. After that, it was just really messy. It was not clean. It was a tough day, too. It was not easy. Here was Apple. Apple, again, another very, very choppy day yesterday open as well. You did get one breakout like you did on NVIDIA. But outside of that, just not really a good mover yesterday. So that is what we had, guys, on our list. Let's see what's on deck for today. So far on our gappers list this morning, a little bit in the green, a couple of low flows here. 2411, 3.8 million shares traded, another 22 million. And then some stuff here in the red, which I don't recall any of these tickers. This one I think we looked at yesterday and didn't look great. We'll take another look at it again today. Peter, I know some numbers came out for on the SPY today. What's the latest and greatest on that front?
Yeah, so today was, they're saying that, there's not usually a lot of news on a Friday, but today was all about the jobs report. So let me just read you something that came off of Bloomberg, where Bloomberg was saying employers are expected to add about 500,000 positions in September. Strategists surveyed by Bloomberg say the print would have to be below 200,000 to cause a major reassessment of the health of the U.S. economy and send Treasury yields lower. The number just came out and it was 194,000. So what does that mean? Well, we certainly saw the SPY dropped immediately as a result of that, but notice it's just recovered. So frankly, I have no idea what to expect. The unemployment rate, I haven't, sorry, no, it did come out as well. It was expected to be at 5.1, but it was lower at 4.8. So, we got a little bit of mixed signals today. I still think we're going to have a good morning. And then, like has been happening for Fridays for the last, I don't know, couple of months, it's probably going to be very dead through the afternoon. So let's see what happens when the opening bell rings.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Peter, for that. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's see what we have here on our watch list. We're going to go ahead and remove yesterday's watch list and let's build the one for today. Starting with our gap up list, leading the way here, CCXI up 77% this morning. It's got some great volume over here, 6.6 million. It is not a low flow stock sitting at 53 million. So not sure any good news on this. For the most part, it looks like the daily doesn't move very well, very light on volume. Today in the pre-market
Yeah,
already, we're doing
well,
more volume than we've done in a while.
it's moving like a low float, but it isn't. I think there's about 50 million shares in the float.
Yep.
But this is a biotech company called Chemocentrics, and as I'm sure, like everybody knows, Chemocentrics got FDA approval on their drug for patients with severe active anti-neutrophil cytoplasmic autoantibody associated vasculitis.
How many
I
times you
had to
said that this
practice
morning?
that.
How many times you said that this morning to get it that right?
Yeah, I read that and I'm like, I don't even know what the heck that is. I just read all these words. I don't know what any of them mean. So, but anyways, obviously that's causing a big jump up in the stock. This could be fun if you like stocks that move actively. This one could be an active mover. Already, 6.7 million shares. But like most of these, it also comes with a high degree of risk. Just be aware of that.
Yeah, it sure does here, guys. Look at these candles. 50 cents, very easy here. This is a 1 minute, by the way, and you're getting 50 cents like nothing on this one. Spread right now is actually pretty good for the pre-market. You're only seeing about 3 cents, 4 cent spread, so that's actually pretty decent. I'm gonna add it on here. I know it is not a low flow stock, but again, we got to be careful with the risk management on this one. For the most part, it moves very wild. Next on the list, EFTR this morning, 24 million shares flow. This one is not looking all that great. That's the 1 minute chart there. As you can see, seems very choppy to me. The daily doesn't seem awesome neither. Had an insane pop here back in September from 12 bucks over to 40. Outside of that, I'm not seeing anything great. We need a whole lot of volume, guys. 24 million shares right now. The volume is just not there, so we'll skip it for now. DATS, again, I don't like this one. I don't think it trades very well. Let's take a look at some of the past days here. So here was yesterday. Again, just pretty much choppy. Had this little run here and then just back to chop. And the day before that, did it do anything fun? Pre-market was after hours looked like it was a little action there. But again, just a very tough stock to trade. Not my style. I'm gonna skip on this one, guys. Low flow at 11 million. Again, make sure if you're going to be touching this that you have amazing value. I'm not seeing that right now at the moment. AEHR. 21 million shares flow. Another low flow here this morning that also is missing volume. So had a great day yesterday from 14 over to 1650 looks like. Let's see how that action turned out. It's actually not bad. This is actually a pretty good intraday action based on these numbers here. The volume for the day is the volume 3. Oh, see, that's not. Oh, no, 7 million. That's okay. That's all right for a low flow. Not bad. Wish it could be more, but that's not bad. But it looked very clean. Actually, you know what? 7 million for not having anything in the pre-market. Actually, that might be all right. That might be all right.
They
So
um, they just completed a $25 million secondary offering. What's different about this one was an at the money offering, which generally isn't dilutive to the stock. So
mhm.
that's what's causing a little bit of a jump, just the interest because of that additional offer.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about adding it or not. I'm going to put it on here, but most likely I'm going to drop it if the volume does not start to come in. The volume's got to come in for this thing to stay on our list. SBSW is a foreign ticker here, guys. Doesn't trade very well. Today they're up 6.6, 102,000 shares traded. Again, very choppy type stock. Moving on down, we do have PALT, which has been making some noise. Was it yesterday, the day before? It was yesterday, right? It just took off here. No, it's the day before, I believe. Let me see. This is today. Yeah, no, actually yesterday. Yeah, it made some noise yesterday here with some volume coming in. It got halted, then did nothing after that. So it's one of these low flow stocks that just becomes active out of nowhere. Right now the volume is very light, guys. The volume was light also yesterday in the pre-market. I think somebody called this out in the chat room saying volume was coming in. I'm not seeing anything great today. I'm gonna leave it outside. Baba, I think we definitely got to keep an eye on Baba, man. Just incredible moves yesterday. First one I'm adding to my main list today for a possible continuation. Already we have amazing volume, guys. 961,000. We're up 2.7 after a bang up day yesterday. I mean, guys, we gapped up yesterday, ended the day heavily green. As you can see, this beautiful pop, and today we're gapping up some more 2.7. So Bob is definitely on a tear. BTBT, we got
So
some. Yeah, go ahead.
just since you're talking Baba, we'll talk Chinese stocks because there's news. They are sort of just completing a week-long holiday in China, and it's interesting. Tons of news coming out of China that I don't know what to do with. They're talking about a severe energy shortage driven by rising coal prices because a lot of their electricity is coal generated. Um, Obviously we have the ongoing issues with the default of, I forget the name, whatever it was. Anyways, the massive real estate company, and the continued crackdown by the Chinese government. Evergrande, thank you guys. There's a lot of conflicting news. Interestingly, Bubba seems to be floating above that, where as part of the internet economy, they're expected to sort of continue to do well, while the rest of many other Chinese stocks are faltering. So it could be another good day. Bubba, I always find difficult to trade, but there are some that trade it fantastically well, and so it's worth watching if you are good at it, if you don't mind it.
Yep, absolutely, guys. So, adding that one to my list, guys, just an incredible stuff happening there. Here is a Riot. We got a couple of the Bitcoin stuff here. BTBT, it is up 2.7, 541,000. Riot is here as well. Not much volume, but up 2.6. So, you got a couple of the Bitcoin stocks here. I don't see anything too crazy right now. Again, they're up slightly, very light volume at the moment. We'll come back to them. I'll probably keep Mara and Riot for now as possibles. Let's see if those can get going today. In here, in between all of these, we have Plug and Hut. Hut, I don't like at all. I'm just going to skip on that one. But here's Plug this morning. They're very light on volume. They're up 2%. But with Plug, we need to see some great volume. They had a great intraday trading day yesterday. So again, I'm not sure to think of it now. The day looks great. Maybe a possible, guys, right? If we can get another continuation on this one, we're up 2%. Volume is very light. But you know what? Yesterday, pre-market, we didn't have great volume neither, right? So this can get going if it does wants to at the open.
Plug,
Peter, yeah.
Plug did have an upgrade from Barclays, so that could drive a little bit of interest, especially as you said, being that they've been going up the last couple of days.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely keep an eye on that one. Peter, anything you like on your end this morning?
Well, you know what I'm always watching. Yesterday for me was all about AMD, and had another great rise out of the gates yesterday morning that I didn't take advantage of. I actually did a Rising Devil, took a short, which was good, and then beautiful Mountain Pass set up for me around noon, I think it was, that I
Yeah.
did not take advantage of. But to me, AMD was trading very well yesterday, so I am going to continue to watch that. Neo, just the EV sector has been very interesting with Tesla moving over $800 the last couple of days. I think today, if we don't see significant weakness in the SPY, we may see some move up again on Tesla. So Tesla, Neo, and LCID. A few of our members were watching yesterday. That I'll just decide which looks best as the bell rings and put one of them on my list.
LCID. Yeah, I see that on here. Yeah, I'm gonna have Neo on here. And I have Tesla. I'll put Tesla as a possible. We'll definitely see what's happening in those two areas there. All right, let's take it to the room, guys. What do you guys like this morning? Let's start here with Ella. You're giving us Baba. Baba definitely already on here. Again, looking very good this morning. Had an amazing day yesterday. CEI, I don't like this one, but I know a lot of you guys do. This morning is up 30%. 70 million shares traded in the American Stock Exchange. So again, just not my thing, but it has been moving rather well the last couple of days. Maybe trying to get back to this $3 mark here after dropping. We had this one day here where it dropped basically $2, right? So maybe trying to recover some of that. Yesterday's action does look interesting. My issue with this one is just the price action with this type of volume. There's definitely no reading of level 2 here. I mean, I don't know how you read this level 2 here. It's just messy. But yeah, if you like this one, guys, keep it on deck. I'm gonna pass on it. I just don't like the way the price action is for the way I trade. Here's let's take a look at Apple from Steve. Let's see here. Apple this morning. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look great pre-market. Is it a stock to watch like a AMD, like a Baba, like a Neo? Yeah, I don't think they look great this morning, but I think these are stocks to watch, right? So I'm going to put Apple on here. Unless I find something better, we'll keep an eye on Apple. Apple was rough yesterday, was not clean. Hopefully today we can get better opportunities here. Next we have CCXI. Did we look at that one? I believe we
Yeah,
did. Yes, we have that one
right
on
off the
deck. That's
top. Yeah.
good. Baba is good. Apple is good. Allo. Let's take a look at Allo here. ALLO. They're down huge, down 33% here, 555,000 shares traded. The daily is horrible. Does not look like a great intraday trading stock based on the daily. Now this drop is very big today. I'm not sure what's causing it, but already they're getting half the volume that they normally that they got yesterday, and they're getting the volume that they normally get on every trading day. So maybe there's definitely increase in significant volume. I gotta tell you though, this pre-market action, it could be better. Let's see. Let's put it on here. We can always refine this a little bit later.
Yeah, ALLO, they had the FDA put a hold on approval to one of their drugs, I guess, that's in clinical trials. So it's never good when that happens, which is what's driving their 33% drop so far this morning.
Yeah, that is not a good thing, guys. Huge drop for them there. So yeah, let's keep it on there. Let's see how that news is going to get impacted even more, or how it's going to affect the market open
Uh,
when the volume comes in. So
Another one that's maybe worth looking at on YouTube, A Tale of Two Wheels is mentioning VXRT. VXRT, some sort of mild news this morning. They have an oral COVID-19 drug that is got some interest, and there's people are optimistic it's going to provide big value for this company. So I'm seeing that it's up a little bit this morning. Doesn't look great pre-market, to be honest, but being that my list is so late, it might be something I'll keep an eye on.
yeah, this is the one I remember this because it was wild. I think this is the one they're trying to come out with a pill or something like that, a vaccine through a pill, I believe. And I remember this specifically because man, they used to have great pre-market action, and at the market open, they would just be so horrible at times. So just be careful with that one. I'm gonna put it as a paso for now. Let's see if that can turn into anything. Just be mindful of it. I don't recall. It moves like a low flow. I don't recall if it is though. It is not. It is
It
121,000.
Yeah,
So
it's
just be
not, but you're
careful.
right. It absolutely moves like a low float. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lower price, and all I have to do is look back at the daily chart, look at those spikes, especially back in February. But even then, since then, sometime late April, May, and then again in June, like we can see these spikes up that show you that it can be very volatile.
Yep, absolutely. Guys, PLTR this morning, chopping around the previous day close line right now. It has 357,000. Their daily has definitely been very, very interesting, guys. You can see here this drop that we've been getting the last couple of days, nothing but red. Even on their gap update 2 days ago to 25, they managed to slam that down as well. So again, just not having a good time there for PLTR. Right now, volume-wise, pre-market action doesn't look great. I do love this daily though. I like this daily for a possible breakdown. If we can get another continuation, break some of the support level we have here. I mean, the runs towards the downside, guys. I mean, look at the runs. The runs have been pretty decent here. So, it could be interesting. Maybe a possible. It's got to get better right now. It's just kind of chopping around at the moment around the previous day close line. So we'll see if that can get slightly better this morning. A firm, I personally do not like to trade this one, but it has put in some couple of okay days. Today they're down 1.8, 110,000 shares traded. Daily's a little funky here, but again, you had a big day on Wednesday. Are we looking to head back down here? What's happening, right? So down to 2% right now. We'll put it on here. We'll come back to that one. SS, the SPY, of course, we'll be looking at SSYS. Oh, no, not good at all, guys. Pre-market action is just non-existent. Yes, there's nothing good happening here. All right, so let's head on down. VXRT, we do have. Thank you very much. Allo, we looked at. That is on deck, I believe. Yes, that's good. SPY, we're going to be keeping an eye on it closely on that. DATS, let's take a second look at it. And DATS, I believe this is the one that doesn't trade very well. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, guys. So just be careful. It has great volume, up 11.4, but the intraday action that we've seen on this has not been great. So careful on that one. All right, let's stop here.
The last one, maybe to mention, I've been keeping an eye on is Facebook. Facebook obviously been in the news with some interesting challenges. They had just a down day yesterday, another one, so it was a great short if you took it. Nothing specific for today, but I'm expecting some continued action on it. So we'll see if we get it.
Yep, absolutely. Facebook has definitely been in play the last couple of days with a lot of movement. Not good, but some movement, some news. All right, guys, let's go look over our YouTube chat this morning, starting with VXRT. We looked at Tempo, NOK. This is Nokia. Is this Nokia?
Yeah,
I think.
which
Yeah, this
doesn't
is.
normally trade very
Yeah,
well.
this is. Yeah,
It's been
this
an
is.
up trend the last few days, but like it sort of gaps and then doesn't move much
Yeah.
during the day. Nokia, when it does move, most of the move tends to happen like outside of market hours, right? Being a dual
Right.
listed stock, I just find it challenging.
Yeah, so guys, we're definitely not going to be watching that one. Very difficult to trade. AG is another one that's not an easy type of stock to trade, guys. Very choppy daily. Look at the volume here, right? You got a couple of huge trades right here: 129, 130,000, 164,000. So you do have 310,000 shares traded, but a lot of that's sitting in just a couple of trades here, right? And this is why you're getting this horrible pre-market action. So I don't think this is really in play. The only time that we really even looked at this, if we have, will be when there's some kind of significant news moving this thing. But I don't see anything great happening there. CEI, I believe we looked at already. Again,
Yep.
sitting on the American Stock Exchange, guys, 71 million. I know that looks interesting, but I just don't like the price action on this one at all. Level 2 is always stacked up like this, very difficult to read with all the volume moving through it, lower price stock. If you like it, please have it on your list, but I'm gonna stay away from it. I just don't like the price action on that one. mRNA this morning. Yes, interesting. No volume, but interesting on the daily as we're trying to somewhere find some kind of support or a base here to get going, right? So right now we're up to almost 2% at the moment. Very light volume though, but it might be worth taking a second look at when we go through these levels, right? Let's put it on here on mRNA. Okay, what else we have? Is naked I think that's a ticker, right? It's not. It's not a ticker. I thought it was a ticker.
NAKD is,
NAKD. Yeah, here we go.
but
All right. Oh, no,
it's like
no.
a
Oh,
penny stock.
yes.
It usually trades lots of volume,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't pay any attention
Mm-mm.
to it.
No. Let's go. Oxy. Let's go to Oxy. Oxy right now, I'm not really in play, guys. Very light volume. Pretty choppy right now. Just kind of stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days. If as more news continues to come out on this, maybe this can become something. But right now, I don't see anything explosive on it at the moment. Let's take a look at Roku. Roku, you're thinking Roku short over there, Oscar. Let's see. We won't know that just yet. No, not really in play. Very light volume. 13,000. I don't think it is in play right now. Had one pop here like many stocks did and just kind of moving sideways a little bit here. So again, nothing happening there. NQ ripping. What we got on time? Nine. We got 2 minutes to 9, so we're good. NQ. Did you mean SQ? NQ is not a ticker. Did you mean SQ? SQ is somewhat going into the green area here, 112,000. That might be looking interesting. That is a higher than usual volume for SQ. I'm not a great trader of SQ. I'll tell you that right now. It's one of those stocks I don't think I have made money on, but we'll keep it on here. I know a lot of great members that trade this very well. Brian being probably the number one a moderator to trade this stock here successfully. So we'll look at SQ here for now. We'll come back to it. All right, we'll stop here, guys. Plug we looked at, we have it on deck. We'll take a second look at that one. TSM is a foreign stock, guys. Doesn't really trade very well, so we really don't watch this one. TMC, was this the one that was recent IPO? Yeah, recent IPO. It hasn't been really active. This is not really good. So you want to be careful with this thing and careful in trying to buy stuff this low, expecting it to come back to $13. It can, but it's got to be part of your strategy. Don't just go in here saying, hey, you know what, this can come back in a couple of weeks. You got to have a plan in place, right? So if you're doing that, just make sure you have a plan in place. If you're doing any type of swing like that. Okay, let's stop here, guys. Let's go over to our community events and announcements. We'll come back and fine tune this list. I know we have a lot on here, but trust me, a lot of that's going to fall off really quick. There's some there that we just put on there as placeholders to see if they're going to get any volume or get any better. And if by the time we go back to them, they're not looking good, we'll drop them off.
Right. So We are done. Our main events for this week, as you can see on the screen, we had Demystifying the Market Cycles with Jared and myself on Tuesday. That is posted for all of our elite members. So if you didn't have a chance to watch it live, I think we did pretty good on it. So Jared and I were very happy. So hopefully you'll check that out. Next week, though, we've got Kyle. So that's always on Tuesdays with our strategy sessions, 8 o'clock. He's going to be talking about advanced hotkeys and risk management. So this is the second part of his series. So hopefully you will join us for that. And then on our psychology series, this week we had Dr. Kenneth Reed. I found that session very interesting. It's a good, quick watch. It's probably, the main presentation was about 35 minutes, but he has some great information in there talking about the 7 consistency killers. And I got to say, probably 5 of the 7 resonated directly with me. So it gave me some pause and some food for thought. So a great session and well worth watching now that it's posted up in our education center. Next week, we will have Creta. Creta is back with their money mindset series and overcoming your mindset blocks. That will be an early time, right, on Wednesday the 13th at 5 o'clock. Keep in mind that she is in Europe, and therefore it's an earlier time at 5 p.m. next Wednesday. We really appreciate everybody that joins us here, and especially everybody that joins us on YouTube and chooses to make a donation, either through a super chat or a super sticker. We do not keep that. In fact, we will double every dollar that you give. And that's a royal we, of course, because we make Andrew do it. But on behalf of Bearable Traders, we will double it. And for the month of October, all the money is going to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. So please donate and through there, and we will make sure that your donations are matched so that you have a greater impact for the communities in which we work and trade. Speaking of trading, we have fantastic trades every day from our members, and we greatly appreciate it. If you have a trade that you want to tell us about, post it into Twitter. Use the tags and the hashtags that you see on the screen. And we pick one every single day. That is our trade of the day. You get bragging rights and can tell everybody you were the trade of the day for Bearable Traders. And then out of those, we vote as moderators every weekend on the trade of the week, and Mike usually tells us about that on Monday in the chat room. And then we, of course, post that to Twitter as well. And that gives you eternal bragging rights of having been the trade of the week. So hopefully you will submit your trades. And I got to say, some of our traders, I want to call out Laylee, because she has been killing it with a couple of trades of the day and been submitting fantastic trades every single day. So good for her and her trading, and of course all of the traders that have won the trade of the day. With that, we do have a few levels to set, but before we get there, let me remind you, you can not only watch us on YouTube in the morning, but we trade live all day. And there's lots of great stuff. Yesterday, for instance, we had Artie on that was talking about option strategies and how he plays the market. He went in depth about how he does that. And those are not recorded sessions, but they're live interactive sessions where you can ask questions. He's very responsive to any sort of question you put into the room and had a very active conversation. So it's not only informative, but it's sort of like a live training and support for options. And at the same time, Carlos, I think you were sitting in for Andrew and doing a mentorship session. And, so we have stuff going on in the room all the time. So consider joining us. The code premarket24 will let you see what's happening in our chat room for a full week. And it also gives access to our onboarding classes and really gives you sort of feel whether this is the community for you and whether you can benefit from it for your trading. If you do decide to join us, then look, we'll give you 40% off our elite membership. Use the code FALL40 to get that discount. So with that, let's set some levels. Oh yeah, guys, Dan's reminding me, yes, we have our crypto session with Jared today. So yes. Like I said, always things going on in the room here. So there's lots of stuff happening alongside the live trading. So
absolutely, guys. Thank you, Peter, for that. All right, guys, let's get to it. We have a lot on this list. I'm going to start with our possibles list right now and just kind of see what looks decent here that we might keep, and then the stuff that we do not, we'll scrap quickly. Facebook, I think, could be interesting. We'll keep that one on there. VXRT, guys, I'm not a fan of this one. I'm going to remove it. I think it trades horrible, and we usually, the few times that we had it on list, I remember it pops up in the pre-market and sells down, and they might get another little pop over at the market open, but really not great action there. So we'll get rid of that one. AMD is a good possible plug. Hit or miss on this one. I do like the daily. We'll keep it as a possible. That's good. Marriott, Riot, again, not all looking great. I'm going to get rid of Riot. We'll keep Marriott. We'll just watch one of the Bitcoin stocks here, see if anything explosive is going to be happening there. Tesla, I'm going to take off right now. I do like the fact that we're trying to get above this 800 here. You know what? Let's keep it. Let's keep it for now. Let's see what else we have here. PLTR, I would like this for a drop here, guys. That would be nice. Let's come back to it. mRNA, I'm going to remove this one, guys. I think the volume is just a little bit on the lighter side. We can wait for that one to hit the scanners, and I'm sure oh, there it is. Thor's watching that on his secondary. So if he's watching that on his secondary list, he'll call something out if he sees something there. Main list, we have Baba. We have Neo this morning, looking really good there. Apple, amazing volume, very similar to what Neo is doing there. But Apple has great volume there, guys. So I like the daily also for a possible breakout here. Definitely one of the main stocks on deck. Allo, I'm concerned that this is, and we saw this, what was the stock that dropped, like it was like 50% just recently, big drop, and then it did the same thing, right? It was so overextended on the pre-market drop already. At the market open, was very, very choppy. Eventually, later down the line, 2 or 3 hours later, we did get a breakout, but it was so choppy because it was just so extended. This is starting to look something like that, so I'm gonna put it maybe as a possible. It might not be a great play at the open, might be later down the lines that try to figure out, hey, are we gonna try to recover some of this gap down here? They have some really bad news based on FDA putting a hold on one of their drugs there. So we'll put it on there for now. A-Firm, I don't really like A-Firm, guys. I'm going to put this down. I think the price action could be very funky, so we'll remove this one. SQ looking decent here. And I think I'm going to move Facebook up, guys. I think Facebook, between Facebook and AMD, these two we can move up. We'll move up Facebook from our secondary list. And that's what we'll do. Baba, Neo, Apple, SQ, and Facebook for now. And we can always fine tune this a little bit later after the market open if things are starting to look better elsewhere. All right, let's do some levels, guys. Baba, very nice action yesterday, guys. Probably one of the best trading stocks that we had on our list. High of the pre-market this morning, we were looking at 160.85. We'll slam a level there. Towards the upside, we're looking at 167.30. That's a good one there. Level support. You got, I'm sorry, resistance. You got a lot of support happening there as well. Not the best daily, right? Very chop, not choppy. You got a lot of gaps in between here. But Baba out of the Chinese stocks, probably one of the better ones to trade. Another great level here at 172. Got some nice support there. Resistance happening here as well. So again, you got some pretty good levels towards the top here. Even right here, guys, you have another one. We got a couple of touches around 163.31. So we'll put a level there as well. See if this thing wants to break out of the high of the pre-market, trying to stay above the VWAP and some of the moving averages here, but struggling a bit. We'll see what it can do. Towards the bottom, the low of the pre-market is pretty much close to the highs from yesterday, right? So I'm not going to mark this just a couple of cents above. I don't think it's significant at the moment. What is significant level here in the pre-market is this one right here, around one. It might be exactly 160, right? 160, 159.72. You have great resistance early on here. I know it's very early on, but look throughout the entire pre-market, all the support that you're getting here in this area, this 159.72. So I'm definitely want to have that on there. That's going to hold a lot more weight than this pre-market low at the moment. So we'll definitely keep that on deck. And then if you look towards the bottom, guys, highs and lows from the last two trading days, you pretty much cover. Nothing else you need to add towards the bottom there. All right, here is Neo. Neo at the moment, let's remove some of these levels. I think they're overlapping with our highs and lows of the last two trading days. There we go. Nice clean chart. We also have our previous day close here now at 36, so we don't need to really put our low of the pre-market. Previous day close will be the level to watch there. Now towards the top, if we can break out of this high from yesterday, which is pretty close to our pre-market high right now, just literally probably a couple of cents below that, we do have a level here at 37. So 37 will slam a level there. And then towards the top, guys, we got a great area of support happening here. Just look at the action you're getting. Tons of support over and over at this 37.82. So again, the more a level is touched, the more is played around with, the better that level is going to be. So 37.82, you definitely see all the action happening there at that level. So we're good there towards the top. In between here, that's a big move, guys. 37 to 37.82. That's a big pop for Neo. Let's see if we have a midpoint in here. Something, might not have to be a great level, but this is actually pretty decent. Right on here, this 37.45. You do have a couple of days opening, closing right around there. You got to bounce from here on this one. So again, that might be a good midpoint to have. It is not a 37.82 level. Clearly, this is a major level. Again, so don't put too much weight on this 37.45, but it's worth having a midpoint area in case this thing does decide to rip above this pre-market highs and the highs from yesterday. Here's Apple stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days, slightly above the previous day close right now, almost half or 8%. Struggling with a big level, so you're going to have a problem here trying to get above this 140, 144. Right, so struggling on that 144.50ish or so. So let's see, trying to get above that right now. If it can get above that, we do have another major level over here at a 45.66, right, on Apple. So that can be very nice there. They've been very explosive lately with some good volume. I mean, right now, guys, we have 1.1 million shares traded, and it's all very tight right here, right? Usually we get this volume on Apple and it's been the whole entire pre-market. Right now we're getting that all in one shot right on here. So that could be interesting if this thing does decide to become explosive here before or after the market open, right? You got a lot of volume coming in a very short period of time. So that looks good there for a possible breakout. Above this 145, if we're able to get there, this will be a stretch, but 147.40, that will be a very big move. I don't expect that to happen, especially today on a Friday. Remember, guys, the volume does die down a little bit earlier on Friday. So those continuation moves are not as frequent as we see in the regular trading days. Here is a SQ, guys. SQ also showing a little bit of action, maybe more of a possible, but we'll be ready for it here. High of the pre-market right now, slightly below the highs from yesterday. Above the highs from yesterday, you do have another okay level, not great, over at 255.77. Again, you got a couple of touches on there. It's not an amazing level, but it's definitely some action there. And then slightly above that, in case we're going to move really strong this morning, 261.33 just in case. Towards the bottom, guys, pretty much cover. If you want to add something there, maybe the low of the pre-market over at 247. That's all you need for SQ right now. The more I look at it, guys, it's looking more like a possible. I'm going to look at the moderators lineup in a few seconds, and I'll see if they have anything better that I can replace that with. We have Facebook on here because Facebook can definitely make some noise today. It has been over the last couple of days with all the news back and forth, not all being great news. High of the pre-market, 332.90. Below the price action right now, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days, previous day close. You're pretty much all covered right here at the moment. I think you need to add anything else on Facebook, guys. I think you're pretty set there when it comes to Facebook. All right. What do we have as far as moderators lineup? Let's bring this over, guys. As I am doing this over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up. It means a whole lot to us there, helps us out in our channel, and we appreciate the support very much. So thank you for that. We usually like to be around 300, 400. That is our sweet spot. And if we can get there, closer to 400, of course, we're very happy campers over here. We appreciate your support there very much. All right, let's look at our watch
list. Not to be
list.
overly sensitive, but it seems to me every morning when I'm on, the number of likes is actually lower. So it feels like I'm having a
That is not true, Peter. Guys, can we show Peter that's not true? You're hurting his feelings here over on YouTube. Can we please show him that he can get 400 likes? All right, we'll come back and check on that number. I don't have it. I don't have the number in front of me, but let's make Peter happy today. All right, here's Eamon's with his list. Potential longs: PALT, Riot. He likes shorts: NKLA, PFE, Apple, and BA. Thor is looking at the SPY, Neo, Microsoft, AMD, Facebook, mRNA, and Apple. Tiffany's looking at BABA, Apple, Dima's looking at Apple plug. Peter, oh no, that's not what you're looking at. There's a couple of IPOs and SPACs for today, and then your list: AMD, Facebook, and then a couple of secondaries here: CCXI, Apple, Neo, Tesla, Baba, and DKNG. I agree with that. It's a lot of stuff, even on my main list, that looks more like a possible to me, really. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I normally put three things on my main list. I'm frankly undecided, so I have a bigger secondary because I'll just wait and see. There's a lot of uncertainty in the market, guys. Like I was saying earlier, the confusion and the different signals we're getting from the non-farm payrolls to the unemployment rate to the increase in hourly earnings, all of this. I mean, look at the SPY, right? Up and up and down all around yesterday's close in the VWAP. So I think it's going to be choppy. We'll just see. Could be fantastic this morning, or it could be risky. Just be careful, whatever you choose to do.
Yep, I agree 100%. All right, guys, so that is our lineup as we wrap up here, and then we're going to continue. We'll transition into our chat room now, as Andrew and Brian will be trading live. Andrew trading live from London this morning, so hopefully connection is good and he's able to share his screen and all that. But we'll definitely be having him live this morning. So, guys, thank you for joining the pre-market prep. Remember, today is Fridays, right? So this is a day that you want to be as disciplined as possible. You want to put that extra effort. It is on your Friday. You do not want to go into the weekend thinking about the mistakes you did as far as following your rules, your discipline, your guidelines, your trade book. So be on top of that stuff, man. So when you stop trading today, you can relax, enjoy the weekend, not think about these mistakes, and be in the moment on Saturday morning when you're having breakfast with your family, friends, or by yourself, whatever you're into. Make sure you're sitting there and being in the moment and not thinking about, man, what did I do? Why did I hurt my account this way? Why am I still trading at 3:30 in the afternoon trying to make this day green and making it worse? Just make sure you definitely be on top of that stuff. Brian coming in with his list: Baba, Facebook, Allo, and CCXI. So that is his list for now, and then we should have Andrew's list shortly, and these guys will be joining us in a bit to go live. So guys, have an amazing weekend. Peter, thank you so much for covering for Norm. Appreciate it very, very much.
My pleasure. And look, I'm feeling the love now. Thanks everybody for stepping up. All the
There you
comments
go.
in the chat room and all the likes on YouTube. I was just joking, but I appreciate it anyways. It makes me happy on this Friday. So as Carlos said, trade safe, and we'll see you in the chat room.
All right, take care, everybody. Have a good one.